Today I'm going to talk about comparing and ordering rational numbers, which is the activity that we did in class today. Remember, a rational number is anything that is a fraction, decimal, or percent, or a whole number. So the first step when you're comparing and ordering rational numbers is you have to put the numbers into the same form. Every time they have to be in the same form. Okay? And then you put them in the order that is asked for in the question. So I'm just going to start with a real easy example. Order 4/5, 0.93, and 0.9 from least to greatest. Well, what I see is a decimal, and a decimal, and a fraction. So I'm going to go ahead and take that fraction and put it in the same form as the others by doing bow tie, bottom out, top in. So 5 goes into 4, 0 times. My decimal comes straight up. 5 goes into 40, 8 times. Minus 40 is 0. So now I have three different numbers. I have 0.8, I have 0.93, and I have 0.9. And I have to put those in order from least to greatest. So the least is obviously 8, okay, because 8 is less than 9. So 0.8 is first. Then 0.9, because 93 is bigger than 90. And remember, there's basically like an imaginary 0 right here that you can add onto both of these numbers. So since 80 is bigger than 90, 80 is less than 90, 0.8 is less than 0.9, and 93 is bigger than 90, so that's going to go there. So the answer for this question would be 0.8, 0.9, and 0.93. Now, I have to go ahead and put that in my answer back into its original form, which was 4/5. Okay, next one. So we're going to order these numbers from least to greatest. Again, I have a decimal, and a fraction. So I'm going to go ahead and bow tie 5/6. This goes in 0 times. 6 goes into 58 times. Minus 48 is 2. 6 goes into 23 times. Minus 18 is 2. So that's going to keep repeating. So it's going to be 0.833 with a line over it. So, again, I've got 0.833, 0.8, and 0.826. So, basically, I can put those two zeros on here. So, 0.8 is the least, 0.8, because 800 is less than 826 or 833. And then 0.826 is next. And then this one would be the biggest. But I'm going to put that back into its original form in my answer. All right. So here's another one. We need to put these into order from least to greatest. Now this one's a little bit trickier because now I've got percents, decimals, fractions, all kinds of different things. So what I'm going to do, I like working with percents. So I'm going to go ahead and convert everything to a percent. Move the decimal over twice, so this becomes 60%. Move the decimal over twice, so this becomes 7%. These two I have to bow tie, but luckily they're both really easy. So that's going to be 0.2, which moves over twice and becomes 20%. And then this one, 10 and 1, that's going to be 0.1, which moves over twice and becomes 10%. So now I'm just going to grab them and move them. It says from least to greatest. Well, the least, let's see, I've got 10%, 20%, 7%, 95%, 6%. Well, 7% is the least. Okay, so that one I'm done with. Next least, I'm left with 10%, 20%, 60%, 95%. So 10% is the next least. And then 20%. And then 60%. And then 95%. Okay, so here's my order. Notice that what I did there was I put them all in the same form, and then I ordered them by putting them back in their original form. Okay, you need to make sure that in your answer you have them in their original form. Now in your homework there's a lot of questions like these. So you have to put these in the same form. This one looks like decimals is going to be real easy. So bottom out, top in. This is going to be 10 goes into 77 times, minus 70 is 0. So this is 0.7, which is bigger than 0.3, so this is going to be greater. Over here, again, I have to do bow tie on this fraction. 9 doesn't go into 4, but 9 does go into 40. 4 times minus 36 is 4. So that's going to be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So if I move that over twice, I get 44%, 44.4%, and 45%. So 45% is greater. Okay, I hope that this video has helped you guys to understand fraction and decimal percent conversions. I will probably be putting up another video that's more specific about your homework, but I'll have to do that a little bit later.